Hello, you guys. I could see that there were people live, well, in the chat, uh, about like a few seconds ago, and now everyone is gone, so I don't get it. Oh, hi, ZJ. Here you go, Lucky. Hi, Soham Bowal. Welcome to this live stream. I feel like you guys are new. Is that right? Hi, Sharon. I'm so glad you guys are joining me. Hey, Lawrence. Wow, a lot of new people I feel. Hi, Shannon or Shannon Gonzalez. Cool. Lucky just sneezed. She always does that when she's eating or when she has just eaten. And she was just making a clapping sound with her beak towards Ollie, which is the little beagle I'm taking care of. Oh, Zed is new to the live streams, but he watches my vids. That's cool. I hope you're liking the live streams. Hi, Craig. Yeah, I'm doing really well actually. I made some progress today. I For those of you who don't know, I'm in eating disorder recovery, and after my dinner, I ate this cigar made of sugar and chocolate, and I didn't binge afterwards. I craved something after dinner still, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I think my body is asking for more. And of course, something made out of purely sugar isn't really nutritious, but I felt like, I should treat myself um, for the first time in a long time, and it could even prevent a binge eating spree in the future. And I did it, and yay, I'm still alive. Oh, Lawrence says, I like your vids. They helped me a lot with snow. Oh, cool. Craig says I look different in my glasses. Yeah, I know. I just felt like keeping them on right now. I was watching TV before, and I don't know, I was too lazy to take him off and put him back on. Um, you know, put him off for the live stream and then put him back on if I wanted to continue watching TV. That's lame, right? But it's the truth. Oh, Mr. Mrwan Khalid, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, asks, if you get a pet owl for the first time, what kind of owl do you recommend? That's a really nice question. I recommend a barn owl because barn owls are really, I should look at the camera more. Barn owls are really gentle in character, and they're easy to train. Owls actually, owls aren't owls are harder to train than raptors because raptors have a crop and owls don't. And I'll get into that in a second. So, owls in general are harder to train than buzzards, for example. But if you want an owl, then as a beginner owl, I would suggest a barn owl or a rufous legged owl, or maybe a little owl or a burrowing owl, but only if you don't have the intention to do demonstrations with your owl or to necessarily fly your if you don't want to necessarily fly your owl every day, then yes, a little owl or a burrowing owl would be okay. The reason I'm saying this is because little owls and burrowing owls are very small, but they have a big character. They have the character of a golden eagle. Like they're this tiny and they have the character of a golden eagle, and they're really stubborn. So yeah, it can take you a long time before you get them to fly. And because they're so stubborn, it actually takes some falconry knowledge to be able to train them when it comes to flying. And if it's your first owl, you're gonna struggle. So they're not like dangerous or anything because they're so tiny, but they're stubborn. So, and yeah, maybe a screech owl would also be okay. A tawny owl, and that's about it, I feel. Yeah, that's about it. Zed asks, "Do you usually wear glasses?" No, I don't. Well, I wear them to see further away, so I can see very well from up close. I can read your comments without my glasses. But if I go to the movies, for example, I have to put my glasses on, or everything will be blurry. I might still recognize the actors, but I won't see their faces into as much detail as you guys would, for example. So I should actually wear my glasses more in daily life, but I've never had the habit of doing that. So the first time I went to the store where I bought the glasses, well, these glasses are from, um, I forgot the name. I made a I made a video about it because they asked me to. Oh dear, what was the name? I forgot. I'll remember later. But before these glasses, I had another pair which I bought at Pearl, which is a Belgian store, I think. And they check your eyesight there. Like there are eye doctors there, and so yeah, I got my eyes checked for the first time, and they were like, "How?" So I never wore glasses. I didn't own glasses. Uh, and they were like, "How on earth are you still alive? How do you get from point A to point B not wearing glasses? How did you do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's weird because when they showed me, when they put on glasses, or I don't know how they did it, I think they let me see through a scope, or I don't remember exactly, but I think they put on a pair of glasses to test for me or something. And I was like, whoa, a whole new world. Like, I never noticed how blurry my eyesight was when I saw things from a faraway distance, or how do you say that in English? So, um, yeah, funny story. So I don't really have the habit. I've never created the habit of wearing my glasses. I just accept, I guess, that I see things blurry. But I should because it's probably not healthy um, to not wear your glasses. I should wear them every day and only take them off if I'm doing computer work or something, or reading a book. Hehe. Shana says, "You're amazing. You take such good care of Lucky." Oh, thank you. And she even said a heart. Heart back. Well, I actually do. I take good care of Lucky because you might notice that her plant scale is missing. Her perch normally stands on a plant scale. And I wanted to clean it before this live stream because I had to clean it. It was dirty. Lucky is pooping a lot. But yeah, I didn't have enough time, and I didn't want to risk anyone leaving the video because I kind of planned it in advance. So I just, you know, removed her plant scale and put her on the blanket the scale usually stands on. And I'm going to clean it after this live stream. I promise. Oh, Lawrence asks, "Can I teach Snow? He's a 4-month born owl, and I don't know how to teach that well." You cannot teach a barn owl that it's 4 months old. If that, if I under, like, I don't know if I get the question. It's a weird question, but Hi, Sherlyn. Welcome to this live stream. Oh, Sharon says that she's looking forward to me telling you guys about food prep, nutrients, and supplement needs. So, okay, let's get into that. After I have applied my cream because my face is, I just brushed my teeth and then I rinsed my mouth because the toothpaste is always up to here when I brush my teeth. And now my skin is feeling really dry. So, I'm gonna be a really weird YouTuber and just hydrate. This is probably not what you wanted to see, but I'm making you guys watch it. Okay. Oh, Piotr, you're not that late. You're okay. I'm gonna start talking about food prep, nutrients, and supplement needs. So, well, you have the basics, and then we'll go further from there. Obviously, I cannot tell you every single detail in this live stream. It's so much, but okay. First of all, I felt like I should mention, I'm going to crack my neck. Yes, I'm weird. Ah, I hope the sound is going to be okay if I sit like this, a bit more relaxed. So, the first thing I wanted to mention um, is that people keep commenting on my videos like, oh my god, I found an owl. First of all, I don't always believe people when they say they have found an owl. I feel like they are lying to me sometimes to kind of hide that they got the owl from the wild or that they bought an owl anyway, even though I always say in my videos, don't just buy an owl impulsively. I'm not saying that everyone is a liar here. No, not at all. But I feel like some people could be lying. But okay, that's besides the point. People keep asking me, oh my God, I found an owl. What should I feed it? I'm feeding it ground beef right now. Or the most common one is, I'm feeding it chicken meat, right? I'm feeding it chicken meat. Is that okay? And the thing is, yes, owls do eat 1 day old chickens, but most people, when they say chicken meat, I already can tell that they mean the chicken that we buy at the store to eat ourselves. And no, owls do not eat that. So I just wanted to repeat that. I know a lot of you who follow me on this channel, like the ones who have seen almost every video, you guys already know I'm nagging, but no, owls cannot eat ground beef, the chicken meat that we buy at the store to eat ourselves. Everything that we would want to eat, owls do not eat. They only eat 1 day old chickens, um, rats, mice, and small mammals. Like if you go to Wikipedia, you know, and you look up an owl species, the things that they normally eat in nature is what they eat in captivity, except that the like if a certain owl species eats smaller birds, for example, or rats or mice, or usually they eat all of that, like even frogs. I mean, in captivity, it will be replaced with 1 day old chicks. Even fish, even owls who eat fish in nature can be fed 1 day old chicks. Okay, like fish eagles. Is that what they're called in English? Fish eagles? They are fed 1 day old chicks as well by falconers. So, but basically, every owl species that eats other small mammals, like smaller birds, frogs, um, rats, mice, rabbits, will eat 1 day old chicks and mice and rats in captivity. Um, most species who eat fish in the wild can also be fed 1 day old chicks. I'm not saying every species, I'm saying most species, but not vice versa. You can't feed a barn owl fish. You can't feed a rufous legged owl fish. You can't feed a little owl fish. No, it's not their natural diet. Okay, I just wanted to mention that to start. And then um, let's see, where do I need to go from here? Yes, also there is a very important difference between a baby owl and an adult owl. A baby owl, until it is 21 days, cannot eat any hair or bones, she just sneezed again, from their prey. Okay? Because until an owlet, aka a baby owl, is 21 days old, it doesn't make pellets. You guys probably already know that owls can't digest hair and bones. So they everything they can't digest, they regurgitate in the form of pellets. But as a baby owl can't make pellets yet until it is about 21 days old, um, it will get in trouble if it eats hair and bones. Okay, in nature, the mother owl kind of pre-chews the food and kind of naturally dissects the prey. The mother will also only give her owlets boneless and hairless meat. And, the mother will feed her young the organs of the prey uh, and the flesh without the hair and the bones. Okay. Then, from the moment the owlet, the baby owl, is 21 days old, you can start to feed it um, a little bit of hair and bones, but like try to build it up. Don't go all the way right away, if you know what I mean. Just, oh, there was still some cream on my hands. Just slowly incorporate a bit of hair and bones to the organs and the boneless meat. Just start slowly, start building it up. And also, very important, from the moment your owlet is 21 days old, only feed it again if it has cast a pellet. Okay, because otherwise it might get stuck, the pellet, and your owl might choke. So from the moment it starts making pellets, you're gonna wait with every feeding session until your owl has regurgitated the undigestible hair and bones. Okay. And as your owl grows older and older, you can make the pieces of meat a bit bigger and bigger until your owl is adult, and then you can give it its first whole prey. Now, the meat of a mouse or a rat is very tough, so your adult owl might struggle at first to tear apart a mouse. If that's the case, then just give it a 1 day old chick and you'll see that it will have no problem tearing the 1 day old chick apart and eating it in its whole form as it would do in nature. You don't have to teach it how to eat a whole prey for the first time. Mother Nature takes care of everything, okay? Um, so now we're gonna go a bit further than just the basics. Of course, there's a lot more to it than I just told you guys. I just want to make that clear so that nobody is gonna think here, oh, now I can get an owl. um, what about supplements, for example? Well, very important for owls is vitamin E, I think, and some other vitamins. I should look it up again, but it's definitely vitamin E. Vitamin E is crucial, and that is why you can't leave your 1 day old chicks or mice and rats in the freezer for more than 3 months, because after 3 months, the vitamin E present in the chicks will get depleted. And if you keep feeding your owl 1 day old chicks that are depleted of vitamin E, um, your owl is going to get sick and die eventually if you don't find out soon enough that you're doing something wrong. So that's a very important tip. Also, do not give your owl wild mice or wild rats because they might have a disease. What was it called? I don't remember, but it's a very lethal disease And it can even be, you can even catch it as a human. So, and it's in the urine of wild rats, especially the disease. So, yeah, never give your owl wild mice or rats. And then what about supplements? There are kind of two ways to supplement your owl, and I do it the more natural way, which is during winter. I don't only give my owl one day old chicks, but I also will feed it the yolk of the one day old chicks more often because I usually de yolk my one day old chicks because it is said, and there's still a lot of discussion going on about this, but it is said that if you give the one day old chicks to your owl with the yolk in it, that it's bad for your owl's liver, even though there are a lot of vitamins in the yolk, a lot of vitamins and nutrients. So I usually de-yolk the one day old chicks and I give the yolk, just a few times a week. I will give the one day old chicks with the yolk still inside. And then in winter, I will supplement my owl by also feeding it, like I said, more yolks and um, mice, baby rats, and rats. Because, and this is going to seem illogical because I didn't know this before either, but in falconry training, I learned that an adult mouse contains less vitamins and minerals than baby mice. Weird, right? You'd think that an adult mouse would have more nutrients in it, but that's not the case. So, baby mice and baby rats are ideal to supplement your owl. It's power food. So, I do that in winter. You could also supplement with an owl supplement. There are um, supplements for birds of prey out there. You can order them online or in a falconry store. And it's usually just a powder. And what you do is you rip out the leg of a one day old chick. And if you rip it out, then, the wing, the fattest part of the wing, the chicken wing, well, not the wing. How do I say this? The upper part of the leg, part of the butt, I feel. This is really gross. I'm sorry. Will be naked. When you rip it out, there will be hair on it, but on the top it will also be a bit naked. So the powder will stick to that. If you rub it in the powder will stick to that, and then you just give that to your owl as the first piece of meat. You give it, and it will eat it, and voila, you've just supplemented your owl. I've also heard people talking about fish oil, which is probably something you can give to your owl. To your owl, Ooh, I can't speak anymore. Sorry. You can give fish oil to your owl, but I don't feel like it's necessary. It's supposed to be really good for their feathers, but look at Lookie's feathers. They're super beautiful. Yeah, I never give her fish oil. So I have supplemented Lookie one time. The second year, I think. Yeah, the second winter of her life, my mentor got me some supplement, a supplement in the form of a powder. And yeah, I rubbed the leg of a one day old chick in it and I gave that to her a few times a week. Um, but I feel like it didn't do much. And I don't do it anymore. I feel like Lucky is super healthy and I'm super grateful for that. But I feel like it's not really necessary. As long as you give your owl, the right food, which are one day old chicks that are not kept in the freezer for longer than 3 months, and rice and mats, rats, and mice on occasion, you're fine. So that is my opinion on supplements. We're going to talk about the food prep in a minute, but I'm also going to see if I missed any important comments or anything because it's hard to give information and also stay in touch with you guys. Um, So, hi, Monster Videos. Welcome to this live stream. Uh, Piotr says that owls poop a lot, but not that much compared us to us humans. I feel like owls poop more than humans, actually, but that's just a feeling. Uy, Shana Gonzalez says, I live in California where money is more important than wildlife. Very sad. Well, I feel like that's the case in every country, or almost every country, sadly, indeed. Oh, Emruan Khaled asks, when I go to get one, and he means an owl, how old should the owl be? Well, in my opinion, it's best to get an owl at the youngest age possible, which is 5 days old, in my opinion. But I do have to warn you, do not do this if you don't know anything about falconry. Please go get a falconry education first, a decent falconry education, which will cost you money. Um, it's not enough to just read a book and watch a few documentaries and just watch my videos because you need to know a lot. It's and the if you get an owl at 5 days old, the reason I say that that's the best age is because you'll be able to imprint it really well. And imprinting is basically, you know at 5 days old, your owlet's eyes will still be closed. And the point of the whole story is that when your owlet opens its eyes, you will be the first thing it sees, and it will think that you're its mother. So you'll spend a lot of time with your owl. You'll put the box in which your owlet will stay next to your bed, not all of the time, just in the beginning, because like the first 2 weeks, I would say. And after that, you're gonna leave it in the living room or wherever you want it to be, but not you're not gonna take it in your bedroom anymore, because otherwise you will raise it to like screech every time it wants attention. Also, do not feed it at night. Just feed it right before you go to bed and get up early enough so your owl gets enough food, and doesn't die. But like, yeah, you're gonna imprint it by taking it with you at night the first 2 weeks. And after that, you're just gonna spend a lot of time with it. You can go to work. No, you cannot go to work. That's right. Because in the beginning, you have to feed it a lot. Um, but I mean, you can leave the house if you need to. It's just that you're gonna spend a lot of time with it, cuddling it, touching its talons and its feet and its beak, so it gets used to that. After the feeding sessions, you're gonna let it fall asleep in either your hands or your arms or on your lap, depending on how big your owlet has become already. um but I have to warn you, like, this is why I always tell people to get a falconry education first, because 5 day old owls are really fragile. Even a 2 week old owl is super fragile. Like, my mentor just lost a little baby owl. And it wasn't his fault, actually, but they're that fragile that you don't even know if they're gonna survive anyways, in spite of the best care. Can you imagine someone taking or someone trying to raise a baby owl without even knowing about falconry? No, no, just don't do it. The owlet will die. You'll be ashamed. You'll feel guilty. At least if you're a good human being, you will. And I don't want that for you. So if you live in a country where you can't get a falconry education, it's probably an indication that it's illegal in your country. Yeah. So that's just, I want to warn you, but the best age to get an owl, in my opinion, is 5 days old, if you have enough knowledge to bring it up safely. Of course, I know some people like Sharon Dale, who's gonna get an owl at an older age, and that can still be okay if the breeder has taken proper care of it, and if the breeder or your mentor has imprinted it for you. Now, I have to say there are countries where imprinting is illegal, and of course, you should always respect the law. Just know that an owl that wasn't imprinted will never be the same as an imprinted owl. Lucky is imprinted. If she wouldn't have been imprinted, we would not share this amazing bond. Sorry, you can still, it it depends, you know. You can get a 1 month old barn owl and still kind of pretend like you're imprinting it. It's not really the same as imprinting, but it will probably do. I mean, you will, if you do it really well and if you're really committed, you might still get a really nice bond with the owl, but it can take more time. It might also go really bad. It depends on how much falconry knowledge you have and how much experience, you know. So yeah, anyway, I hope that answered your question. If you have more questions, you can always ask me. I'll try to answer. If I don't answer your question in this live stream, you can ask me in the next live stream. You know, sometimes I decide to not give, like, to not talk about a specific topic in a live stream, but it's hard because I have to give up a title in every live stream if I want to plan it in advance, and I don't know what you're going to ask. So I try to make up a title and be like, okay, maybe we should talk about this or that, you know. um, so sometimes if I seem to ignore your question, it's not me ignoring you, because there are a lot of people commenting here. It's kind of impossible to read everything. Just try again the next live stream and I will gladly answer your question. Also, like, I don't know how many people are going to start following me. I know my channel is growing really fast. If I ever like skip your question like several times, I'm not doing it on purpose, but if you're like really, if you need an answer really urgently, you can get your question like marked so that I'll notice right away. It will kind of jump out of all of the other comments because it will be in a color for me. And you can do that by doing, how is that called? Let me see, a super chat. And it's in the chat there should be a dollar sign, and you can, for example, you can choose how much you donate. And but anyway, by donating, no matter how much it is, your question will be in a color. So I'm not begging for money, because I actually have good news. I didn't tell you guys this yet, but um, the financial part of the divorce is finally over, and we're not rich or anything. We barely have any money left of the money that we had, had to receive, but we were able to pay all of the debts that we had, and pay back our friends and stuff who loaned us some money. And yeah, that's really good news. So I'm not begging for money or anything. I'm just saying, because a lot of people might not know that it's possible to do that. That being said, I'm going to read some other comments. Oh, yeah. Craig said he had a large spider in the dining room yesterday evening, and he got Suki to see her reaction. His wife was going mad as Craig was making the spider run around. I'm imagining it. I think it was super funny. But Suki, which is the name of his owl, it's a bubux owl, was not interested at all. Yeah, well, Craig, he's probably telling you guys this because Lucky kind of spots spiders instantly, and she usually kills them for me. Don't know why, because she doesn't eat them. But yeah, every owl is different. Oh, Khaled says that in Egypt he can't find a place to get small owls. Well, Khaled, I made a video about the Egyptian market, and actually, I'm glad you're bringing it up because this way I can raise awareness. I have to warn you, Khaled. In Egypt, it's completely legal, apparently, to go to the market and get an owl or a crocodile. You can get any exotic pet you want there. They do sell barn owls. Trust me, I've had clients asking me for coachings because they bought a barn owl at the market, which is hilarious. Not really, but um, I have to warn you, those owls are captured from the wild. And even if you were a really bad person, and even if you wouldn't give a fuck, sorry for my language, then you should still not get a barn owl from that market. You know why? You'll never get a bond with it. I had a client who bought an owl from there. Well, she got an owl for her birthday from her best friend who bought the owl at the market. And it was super scared, super aggressive because it felt threatened. Why? Well, it was taken from the wild. So wild owls do not know humans. They don't like humans. They are really shy and scared, and you will never, I repeat, never, ever be able to tame them, which is a good thing because taking an owl from the wild is animal abuse. It's psychological torture. The animal will go insane. You're not going to tether a wild owl to a perch. I really do feel in my heart that it is different to tether an imprinted owl to a perch. As you can see, Lucky is super calm. She does not try to fly off. She does try to fly off sometimes, usually because she wants to fly towards me, but not because she's like, oh my God, I feel so imprisoned. I hate this. No, no. I honestly feel in my heart that it's way different. Otherwise, I would not get a new owl if something would happen to Lucky because I got Lucky before I went vegan. But I do have to say, even before I got Lucky, I really did my research. I got a falconry training, and in falconry training, I saw how happy the birds were. And before the falconry training, I was convinced that it was torture and animal abuse. Just like a lot of people comment on my most viral videos and say, oh my God, this is so sad. I can totally understand that they feel that way if they don't know anything about captive owls and falconry. I would feel that way too. If I saw Lucky like that and I wouldn't know anything about falconry, that would be my first impression too. So I always recommend them to go watch other videos of mine, and then they'll probably see that it's a-okay. But if you live in Egypt, don't go buy an owl at the market or not even on the internet, because those owls are impossible to tame. They're taken from the wild and they will be miserable and they will hate you. They will literally hate you and try to scratch your eyes out when you try to do something with them. And they're right. So, just a warning. I'm sorry if that disappoints you. I hope that it's possible for you to get an owl, a small owl, the right way in Egypt. Like, there must be falconers in Egypt because I feel like in Arabian countries, it's like, I think it even comes from the Arabian countries. No, it comes from the, I don't know how to say it in English. I know the history behind it, but like a lot of Arabian countries, it used to be a status thing. If you had birds of prey, you were rich basically. So I feel like falconry totally exists in Egypt. It's just a choice you make. You either get an owl at the market. It's still legal, you won't break the law, but you'll be a bad person. If you, of course, if you didn't know and you bought an owl at the market. You're not a bad person, you're just ignorant. But now you know because I told you. Piotr says, Почему я говорю по-русски все время? Why do I speak Russian all of the time? Well, Piotr, I really appreciate it. The problem is that I can't really, well, I can reply maybe shortly, but like most people here won't get it because they don't speak Russian. But I like it when you speak Russian, Piotr, because yeah, I really appreciate it because I'm studying Russian and it's great that you, I don't know, you trigger me to be curious and learn. And yeah, just feel free to chat in Russian. I don't mind. I love it. Oh, thank you, Philippe. Philippe says the glasses look nice. My glasses. Great. Oh, but first you said I look like your grandma? Yeah, but I get your point. A lot of grandmas wear big glasses. I used to have small glasses, but I feel like I wanted bigger glasses. I feel like I have big eyes and big glasses kind of complement them, but I don't want to look like a grandma, but I don't mind if I look like your grandma. She's probably super beautiful anyways, so oh, Sharon is saying something important as well. She said, when I get my barn owl, she will be 3 to 4 weeks old, but my breeder said I can go to his house and help or learn how to feed it. Oh, that is great. Like, yeah, that's the way to do it, Sharon. Really. Yeah, that's awesome. Great job. Oh, Dorson Der Haag has a really good idea. He or she says, perhaps you could title the live streams like live Q&A and then the number of the, live Q&A number 3 or something. That's yeah. Yeah, I might do that in the future. That's a really nice idea. Oh yeah, Dorson, that's right. If you want your question highlighted in the chats, you could always donate like 0.05 euros or dollars. And actually, you're still making me a bit richer, which is awesome. So feel free to do that. Oh, okay. Dorson and Piotr are saying that if I don't know a word in English, I can say it in Dutch and then maybe they can translate it for me towards the English language. Yeah, that's awesome. I will do that. Or I'll try to remember to do that because I'm forgetful. But thanks, guys. You guys are so cool. Oh, Monster Video says that she doesn't speak Russian, but yet she has typed two whole correct sentences. She says, «Я не могу говорить по-русски, у меня было только 2 года обучения». That's like she only had 2 years where she studied Russian. Come on, that's really good Russian. Oh no, Craig, I did not check out Suki's fan page, which is awful. And you know what? After the last live stream, I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing. And Phoebe, which is Robert is my fiance, and then Phoebe is his daughter. So it's my plus daughter because I'm not the mother. Phoebe said, "Oh, did you go check that? Did you go check it out yet?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Well, the fan page of Suki." And I was like, "Oh, right. Thank you, Phoebe. I will do that in 5 seconds." And then I wanted to finish my work first before I checked it out and I forgot again. And this, Craig, I'm so sorry, but this is ADHD. This is what having ADHD is like. You're like, all right, I'm going to go do that. And then you go do something else and you forget. But you think about the thing that you need to do like a zillion times, but not at the time that you need to do it. And then afterwards you forget. Yeah, I'm naughty. I'm glad you're laughing though, because I feel like such I feel so ungrateful because you guys are so nice to me and I'm like, "Oh, you did that? Oh, really cool. I'll check it out." And then I don't. It's like I don't even care, but I do, people. I do. I'm so sorry. Craig says he will go easy on me. Thanks. You're a doll. Okay, I feel like I'm kind of up to date with the chats. Oh, Craig says there is some great artwork being produced. Hey, you know what? Why don't I go check it out right now? While I'm live. Hello? Am I retarded? The answer is no. Ah, I'm not funny. I try to be, but I'm not. But how do I get to the fan page? Craig, do you have a link or should I type something in the search thingy? It's on Facebook, right? Monster videos. Of course, I have not seen your artwork on Instagram because I'm oblivious. Philippe, are you like legit laughing or like sarcastically saying that I'm not funny? Or am I? Oh, Shanann says, lol, you are so funny. Oh, yes, mission accomplished. I thought I was really lame, actually. Oh, the fan page is Suki the Bubuk Owl. That's kind of logical. Suki the Bubuk. Yeah, how do Suki the Bubuk Owl. Aha! I have it. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. I like the picture. The profile picture is so beautiful. Oh my God. You're such a good photographer. Hmm. Uh, I like the video you put up. Oh, she's so beautiful. My God. Oh, wow, the artwork. Holy crap. Like, what? Oh, the wood. The wooden thing is so beautiful. What? Who is this Rebecca? Rebecca is super talented. Whoa, I'm super impressed. Like, not acting, I'm like, honestly. Yeah, okay, I'm impressed. I like it. I really like it. Oh, I should like stuff. I'm such a nerd. Why didn't I Oh, with the Christmas um hat on? Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, Craig, it's amazing. Okay, just I will get. I needed to talk about something else for Sharon. What was it? We had nutrients, supplements. Oh yeah, and the food prep. The food prep. Um, yeah, things I can tell you about food prep. You're probably going to buy your 1 day old chicks, rats and mice, baby rats, baby mice, in bulk, frozen. Obviously, you're gonna thaw the prey before you give it to your owl. I'm assuming you know this, but you can never be too sure. Do not put 1 day old chicks, rats, mice, baby rats in the microwave, people. Do not do it. I never did it, by the way, but like, there are always people, you never know, okay? If you like, just take them out the day before you need to give it to your owl, and it will be completely thawed. Or if you forgot to take out your food and your owl's really hungry or whatever, you can take out the frozen food, put it in like 2 bags, and put it in some lukewarm or warm water. Don't cook it, obviously, just lukewarm water. Make sure the water can't touch, the prey. Make sure it's airtight, and it will thaw faster. Um, for a baby owl, you're basically going to, a baby owl, you're going to feed mainly baby rats, baby mice, rats, and mice. And then, in addition to that, 1 day old chicks, because like I said, rats, mice, baby rats are power food, and so a baby owl needs more nutrients than an adult owl, because your baby owl is still growing bones and stuff, and you want it to grow strong bones and a strong immune system, so you need to give it power food all of the time. And the food prep, well, it's you're going to thaw the food in advance, and then you're going to cut open the belly of the mouse or the 1 day old chick, and you're going to rip it open and strip it of all of its organs. And until your owl is 21 days old, you're not going to give it any hair or bones. So that means that you're also going to strip it of the hair and the bones. You're going to cut the flesh from the bones, and I have a video on that. So you can go and check it out. It's a pretty recent video. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys the link. I made a video about it, which is very bloody, I have to warn you. But if you want an owl, you need to be able to handle the bloodiness, or otherwise, you should just get a cat or a dog. Dogs and cats are also super fun, so why not? This is the link to the video. And then, after 21 days, you're going to incorporate a bit more bones, a bit more hair, slowly but surely. And yeah, you're going to make the pieces bigger and bigger as your owl gets older and older. And what else is there to be said about food prep? Probably a lot that I'm forgetting. If your owl is adult, you're gonna prep the food differently. You're not gonna give it pieces of meat. Well, yeah, if you're flying it. Like, when your owl is adult, there are 2 ways to feed it. One way is to just give the good old 1 day old chick to your owl. And you're always gonna give, actually, for the purpose of the live streams, I give one day old chick at a time, but usually I just give all of the chicks at once, okay? That is how you're going to feed your owl if you are not flying it. If you're flying it, you're not going to give it a whole 1 day old chick, of course, because your owl is just going to take the chick and be like, thanks, bitch. Bye. See you later. Like, no, your owl will be motivated when it's hungry. So you're going to cut the 1 day old chick into small pieces. I usually rip out the 2 legs. Each leg I cut into 3 pieces. So The two legs alone are 6 pieces of meat. I also cut out the two wings, which is seven, eight pieces of meat. I rip off the head, 9 pieces of meat. I think I'm so bad at math and concentrating. And then the body of the one day old chick I will give as the last piece. That will be the reward the last time Lucky flies to me. Yeah, because every time your owl, your adult owl, flies towards you from the perch, the T perch, which is a different perch than this perch. The T perch is in the form of a T, duh, and it's also higher up, so your owl doesn't need to go all the way up towards your glove, which is harder, obviously, for your owl. You can do that to let your owl build muscles, but I wouldn't do it like straight away. So a T perch is a flying perch, and when your owl is going to fly from the perch towards your glove, and every time it lands on your glove you're going to give it a tiny piece of meat and send it back to the perch. And when it lands on the perch, it's not going to get a reward. Obviously, it's only going to get a reward when it flies back to you. um so those are the two ways you can fly your owl, your adult you can feed your adult owl. Just give it the food or fly it for its food. You should fly it for its food mostly, if especially if you keep your owl tethered to a perch. Otherwise, it is definitely animal abuse. You need to train with your owl. It needs the physical exercise, even though it's not going to fly for hours on end. But it's also mental stimulation. It's really important, and it's going to strengthen your bond. The bond between you two is totally going to be strengthened by your owl needing to fly for its food. It's going to make it respect you more. Really important. Um, Now you might ask, but Elke, didn't you say that as owls get fuller every time they receive the reward, they are going to be less motivated to fly? And so, what if your owl needs to eat 2 chicks a day or 3 chicks a day? Well, yes, very good question. Um, you will fly your owl for one day old chick, which you will have cut up in pieces. And when you give it the body of the one day old chick, the last piece of meat, which you will give as a reward if your owl has flown really well, after that, it's going to take the body of the one day old chick, and you're not going to send it to the perch again. You're just going to keep it put on your glove. And with your owl, and the owl, will have the one day old chick in its beak. It might try to fly off because it's like, hey, human, are you gonna steal my last reward? Owls are like that. But of course you're gonna secure your owl. And securing your owl means, and I'll use the wire of my microphone to show you guys. Uh, Securing your owl means that you're gonna hold the wire or the leash, which is attached to your owl and to the glove, so that well, yeah, maybe if you've just flown it, it won't be attached with a knot to your glove, but you will hold it tightly. You will secure your owl by holding the leash like that really shortly. So if your owl flies away, assuming that it will fly, this is really chaotic, like in that direction, you know it will not be able to go far. And you will just put your hand underneath its belly and pop it right back on the glove and be like, you silly owl, I'm not gonna steal your food. And you're gonna walk it back towards its perch, like that perch, not the T perch, but its usual perch. You're gonna put it back on the perch, and you're gonna give it the rest of its one day old chicks, which are already thawed. So you're always gonna give your owl all of the food at once, like in one session. You're gonna fly the owl for one day old chicks, and you're gonna put it back on the perch with the other. I hear stuff with the other one day old chicks. Yeah, my boyfriend was gonna warn me 15 minutes in advance before he got home, and I thought I heard him, but he didn't text me yet, so okay. I hope I explained that well because it was probably super chaotic. Zed asks, you said that when warming up the chick quickly, you put it in a bag, then put it in warm water. Why can it not be wet? Um, the food will get spoiled. Well, I don't know if it would be like lethal for your owl or something. It's just not good. Like, would you bake um, some beef for yourself and then just put water over it? Would you still like it? Probably not, right? So I don't know. Especially if you let it thaw in the water and the water touches it, it's gonna probably get bacteria in it or something. Yeah, I hope that that makes sense. I've never like really asked my mentor, but it's just I don't know, it's logical for some reason. Oh, Sharp Bite Wolf says even if the chick is wet, my barn owl will still eat it, obviously making sure it's not cooked. Well, yeah, you know what? Maybe it is okay. I just like to avoid it, just to be sure. So, yeah, I just like to avoid that. Oh, hi, Mystic290. Welcome to this live stream. Dorson asks how demonic was Loki during her puberty. Uh, well, actually, I didn't even notice that she went through puberty. Weird, right? Um, yeah, I guess I just did a really great job. But also, barn owls are not as bad as eagle owls and snowy owls and stuff when they go to through puberty. But it also depends on the owl. Maybe I was just lucky. Maybe I kind of prevented the worst by doing what my mentor taught me. I'm sorry to disappoint you. She wasn't demonic at all. What I can tell you, but that has nothing to do with puberty, is that speaking about demons, Lucky will sometimes, it's usually really early in the morning if I get up really early, like at 5 o'clock a.m. And sometimes really late at night if you go to bed really late. Sometimes like out of nowhere she'll let out this demonic screech. And if you don't expect it, I swear to God, you'll get a heart attack. Um, it sounds like a frustrated screech, to be honest. Um, I don't always know why she does this. Usually it's in the morning if I don't give her attention right away when she's asking for it, but she doesn't do it a lot. It has only been just a few times during the 6 years I have had her, um, which is why it is that startling because you just don't expect it. I can tell you that. Oh, Monster Video says, Elke, would you lick? Would you lick my Insta? Sure. Would you look at my Insta? I want to see your reaction. Can I look at Instagram on? Oh, I can do it on my phone, right? Duh. Because I don't know if I can go on Instagram on my PC. Well, I can, but yeah, I can. But I'm weird. Okay. Um, let's see. Where are you, monster videos? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Let's see. Hmm. Oh, wow. It's a shooting star with a person, and is it a cat or a dog next to it? On a cliff. That's so cool. I like it. Oh, wow. And then you have a second cliff thingy with a cat on one side, and I think it's a dog on the other side, or maybe, I don't, or another cat, maybe. And then a tree, and then in the middle, there's like this middle section. It's divided in two, I feel. Oh, I like the shape of it. You're really talented, monster videos, I think, because you're still young, right? You're still in school, and you are getting yourself down so much in the chats sometimes. So that's a pity because you are super talented. Mm, you also have other types of. Is that also your? Oh yeah, it's also your art. I also like the other stuff, like this one. I really like as well. But how do you do that? Do you draw it on the computer or something? Do you have a program for that? Whoa. Would you be able to make something for me of Lucky to put on t-shirts? Wow. And you could just upload it on Instagram. I think I could download it or something and use it for t-shirts. But you don't have to feel obliged or anything because it would just be an honor. Like really, I like it that much that I would put it on t-shirts and like sell to people. So great job, really. What am I missing here? Chum chum chum. Oh yes, Shannon. Sorry, how do you pronounce that? I did mean to defrost the chick, and it should be already in an airtight Ziploc bag. Yes, completely right. Correct. Georgia Campbell asks, "Have you ever got that bird to eat your fanny?" What is a fanny? Hi, autistic kitten. Autistic kitten asks, "Hello, I'm autistic kitten. Do you want words of wisdom?" Sure. Why not? Huh? Monster Videos says, "Do you want a link for your artwork?" Yeah. Oh no, it's for the program, right? Yeah, give me a link. Oh, Monster Videos is 17. Yeah, then you're definitely talented. Oh, Monster Videos, heart you back. Oh, Sharon, thank you. Thanks to you, I now know that Fanny is a dirty word. Oh my God, really? Really? There are dirty people on my channel. Thank you for reporting him, by the way, or her, or whatever. Um, Hi, Spammy. Spammy. We are just talking about someone who's being dirty on this channel, and your name is Spammy? It reminds me of spam. Thank you, Spammy. This is so funny. I'm sorry. Thank you, Spammy, for calling Lucky beautiful. And welcome. to this live stream. Yeah, monster videos. Send me some art. I would love it. Can I? Oh, Sharon, sorry. Can I block the person? How do I do that? Let's see. I can block persons, people. Um, but I don't know if I can do it right away. Uh, aha. Okay, I will see. I will delete. I will. Uh, okay. I don't know if that was my intention. I tried to report the person, but I don't know. YouTube said, thank you for reporting this. If this content is in violation with our rules, etc., we will delete this content. I do hope that they mean the comment of that person and not this video because I'm already online for an hour and 11 minutes and I would hate if this video, which is, work in a way, would get deleted. Not that you guys feel like work because I love connecting with you guys. It's you guys are actually a good distraction for me today because I kind of overcame an eating disorder fear, and by live streaming, you guys are able to keep my thoughts off of bad things. Um Leverquin, hi, welcome to this live stream. He or she asks, I think it's a he, can owls learn to talk? No, they can't because they don't have vocal cords. Parrots have vocal cords and owls don't. So even if owls would be intelligent enough to learn how to speak, they would never be able to do it physically because they don't have the physical ability to produce that kind of sound. They don't have vocal cords. So I hope that answers your question. Oh, I Craig says I have to click on the name and then block. Yeah, I if I click on you guys if on your name, I don't. I can give you guys a timeout or hide you guys, report you guys, or delete you guys, but I can't block apparently. So let's just hope this person doesn't keep saying dirty stuff. Yeah, Piotr is noticing that there are so many new people, and it's yeah, I feel like I feel like that too, and I'm so glad, I'm so honored. I feel like this channel is really growing kind of fast. My views are probably increasing, but I it's not noticeable enough for me, but my subscribers are growing. But there's like this rule on YouTube. If you have like only a tenth of your subscribers will actually watch every single video. So for me, it's still incomprehensible how I can have 11,000 subscribers and only like 300 views per video. It's so weird, but yeah, it's a thing. Every YouTuber has this apparently. So, oh, okay. Craig says that the comment has been hidden, so we have succeeded. Yay! We're such a good team. Ha! Fist. You know, like not a punch in the face, like but like fist. Like you probably got it. I'm underestimating you guys, of course, but still wanted to make sure I would never punch you guys in the face. Well, Leverqueen asks who is problem. Well, yeah, there was this guy or girl, I don't know, and he or she asked something about my fanny, which is prob like it's a dirty word. Apparently, I didn't even get it right away. I was like, "Oh, what do you mean with fanny?" Like so naive. I had a feeling, but still, I always want to see the best in people. So I was like, no, it's probably not a dirty person. But yeah, it was. All monster videos, don't worry about your artwork. You say it is sad. I'll give you some feedback. Send it to me and I'll probably compliment you. Probably. I can't tell in advance because I haven't seen it yet, but I'll give you some constructive, like positive feedback. Like even if I don't like it, I'll tell it in a really nice way and why or something. If you would like that, not that I'm an art knower, an art specialist. Well, you're welcome, Shannon. She says she didn't know about the vocal cords, so I'm trying to be funny again. Oh, Leverqueen says he doesn't even get noticed for new videos. Get you mean notified? Well, you should click the notification bell next to the subscribe button and then you do get notified actually. And I kind of am trying to create the habit of saying this after, well, at the end of every edited video, so not the live streams, I keep forgetting, but in every edited video at the end I will say, hey, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. And I guess it's maybe working because I get more views now, but still. Greg, you're funny. I love that you do that with your kids. That's so loving. Oh, fanny is not a dirty word usually, apparently, but the way they said it, it was used in a dirty way. Oh, thanks, Sid, for clarifying. Okay, guys. No, Sharon asks another question, and I'm gonna answer it. I think Elke, when Lucky was 3 to 4 weeks old, how many mice or rat chicks per feed did you cut up for her? I didn't count them, Sharon, because I like I took out a bunch of one day old chicks and rats and mice, baby rats, and I defrosted them the night before. And I just prepared a few, or no, I prepared them all before, like in the morning, and then I would take the container with the organs and stuff out of the fridge, and I would just let it rest at room temperature before feeding my owl. By the way, that's another important tip. Like you keep it in the fridge after you have defrosted it, but you will get it out of the fridge an hour in advance or something before you feed it to your owl, or otherwise it's too cold for your owl. And what was I saying? Yeah, and I stopped feeding my owl when the belly started to feel really tight. That's the feeding technique I always talk about because, like I've said in earlier videos, baby owls will keep eating until they die. Their stomach just can't handle it, and it will explode like boom, dead. Um, yeah, and adult owls they do stop eating when they're full, but baby owls they don't. So a lot of baby owls die because people don't get the falconry education first, and then they don't know that they can overfeed their owlet, and they overfeed it the very first day, and their owl is dead. So before you feed your owlet, baby owl, you're gonna feel the belly with your fingers, with your hand. You're gonna feel how loose it is. Then after every few pieces of meat, you're gonna feel again to check, and the moment it gets tight, you're gonna stop feeding. So I don't have a specific number to feed your owl. I just prepare enough, and the rest of the food that I didn't use, I just threw away. And yeah, that is kind of like a waste, but you have to have food on hand. If you don't prepare it beforehand, you might get in trouble. So it's better to throw away a little than to not prepare enough. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end this live stream because I've already been live for an hour and 21 minutes, and my boyfriend should be home already, actually. And I wanted to surprise him with something. So yeah, I have to end this live stream here. Piotr just repeated me. That's funny. Увидимся. Oh, that's my boyfriend. Okay. Schat? Ja, niks zeggen, want je bent live. En geweldig, ik beëindig de livestream. Love you. Jawel, tuurlijk wel. Voor jou doe ik alles. Tata, mwah. Okay, guys, yes, I spoke Dutch. Sorry about that. I told him not to say anything because, well, I knew he was going to say something dirty. Oh no, that is so wrong of me to say that in this live stream. Or is it? You guys can laugh about that, right? Okay. Like he was going to say something dirty but loving, dirty but loving people. What is PMSL? Craig, what is PMSL? PMSL. Yeah, I don't know what PMSL is either. Piss myself laughing. Oh, that's a good thing. Yay, I make people laugh. Woo, looky, we did it again. Okay, I'm gonna end this live stream, guys. I love you. You are so like my favorite passion fruit ever. And I will see you in the next live stream or the next edited video. Piotr is laughing too. And I'm having a hard time leaving you guys. But I'm doing it anyway. Okay, bye guys. Say bye to Lucky. I love you. See you in the next live stream. Ta ta. Ta ta.